WVUA News at 6 with your award-winning news team, Lynn Brooks, Philip Coleman, weather with Richard Scott, and sports with Gary Harris.
Thanks for joining us. We begin tonight with a developing situation in Tuscaloosa County. Firefighters are on the scene of forest fires along Highway 43 North.
And that has led to a section of that highway being closed. According to the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office, Highway 43 North is now closed from Cherokee Shores to Northside Road. Traffic is being detoured onto Tierce Patton Road to Highway 69.
WVUA anchor John Huddleston is near the scene of the fires and joins us now live with the latest. John.
Philip, Lynn, thank you very much. Yeah, Lynn, as you were saying, those roadblocks are still intact right now. Traffic is being rerouted. They're not letting anybody through right now unless you have a residence in this neighborhood. What you're looking at right now is the fire dying down next to the Cherokee Shores neighborhood up here on Highway 43 North. Sheriff's officials tell me they got a call in around 3:30 this afternoon that there were several small fires between here up to the Fayette County line. They tell me right now the word they are using is under control right now. What you are seeing is what's left of the actual fire that has been burning. There's actually still just one truck on the scene. They're going to let this one burn out. They say that all the other fires up to the Fayette County line are now under control. They are contained, and that they're not posing any threat to any of the residents along here, which is certainly good news for the folks that live in this area. But again, everything under control right now. We will, of course, stay on top of this, keep you updated on it, and bring you the latest as it becomes available. Reporting live in North Tuscaloosa County, John Huddleston, WVUA News.
Thanks for that report, John. Now, surprisingly, officials with the Forestry Commission say summers are actually not their busiest wildfire season.
But this year is a whole different story, and firefighters are anxiously watching from the ground and above to make sure Alabama stays safe. WVUA's Victoria Sheehan has details.
It has been a dangerous lesson in foreshadowing. Around lunchtime today, fire officials with the Alabama Forestry Commission anxiously awaited the worst.
I don't see how we've managed to make it through the last few days without a fire. I mean, we've all been surprised.
Junkin says right now Alabama has nature's perfect recipe for accelerated wildfires, and Forestry Commission pilot Jim Woods agrees that the conditions are troubling.
The higher humidities in the southeast help keep fires down, but because of the extended drought and somewhat lower humidities, we're having problems. I expect to have a busy weekend.
We were kind of extra careful and extra watching right at this period. You do that when the conditions get right for wildfire, and the humidity is low, the wind's up, and the temperature is hot, so everybody can just be on a little bit on the edge, just see what's going to happen.
But unfortunately, hours later, their predictions came true, and firefighters on one of the hottest days in June went to work on something they knew was only a matter of time.
It's very combustible out there right now. Like I said, within 3-4 feet of the ground right now, it's just so hot. And all the vegetation is just extremely dry. It really doesn't take much at all to get a fire going.
Firefighters urge that while you enjoy your holiday weekend, take extra care to make sure they don't spend theirs fighting more wildfires. Reporting in Tuscaloosa County, Victoria Sheehan, WVUA News.
And we'll have the very latest on the forest fires in Tuscaloosa County tonight on WVUA News at 10.
If you're planning to do a little camping this weekend in one of the state's national forests, there are some new restrictions because of all this dry weather. The U.S. Forest Service has banned campfires. All campfires are banned in the 4 national forests except in developed recreation sites. That includes Bankhead, Conecuh, Talladega, and Tuskegee National Forests. Fireworks are also banned throughout the national forests, including developed recreation sites. Officials say the restrictions will remain in effect through August 31st unless weather conditions change. If you violate the restrictions, you could face a $5,000 fine.
It can only take a few minutes for some people to become ill from the extreme heat. The state health department says heat stroke is the most serious heat-related illness. That's why it's important to be aware of the warning signals, which include extremely high body temperature, skin that's hot red and dry, rapid pulse, and throbbing headache. You can learn more from the State Department of Public Health website, and for a shortcut, just go to WVUATV.com, click on numbers and links.
So will we get a break from this heat anytime soon? Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott joins us now live with the answer. Richard?
Yeah, Lynn and Phillip, what we're talking to, these hot conditions could stick around for quite a while. It's 102 now in the city of Tuscaloosa, 102 in Jasper and Walker County, and all of us seeing those triple digits this afternoon. Extreme heat, and again, dangerous if you do have to work outdoors, so trying to limit those outdoor activities to the cooling part of the days, at least during the morning, evening hours. No rain to talk about now. We are dry, and we are also sunny. Tonight's quick cast, 99 by the time we go to 7 o'clock, 84 at 10 p.m. tonight, 76 at midnight. But how about that weekend forecast? How hot it's going to get? And what about a little bit of rain to talk about? Got some slightly better news to talk about. Home team weather is straight ahead.
All right, thanks, Richard. Habitat for Humanity has teamed up with Major League Baseball players to give a Tuscaloosa family a new home. Marquita Wells lost her home during the April 27 tornado. Hundreds of volunteers spent the past months rebuilding a replica of what used to be the home of Wells and her two sons. Volunteers from as far away as Ireland chipped in to help make this possible. Wells says she is forever grateful for all the people who put their lives on hold to help bring joy to hers.
They were here when I couldn't be here, and I'm just forever thankful for that, because we all have lives, and they walked away for theirs just to give me a moment of joy in mine.
I've never drank so much water in my life. Air conditioning. Hey, put ice in your cap. Put a bit of ice in the cap.
Now the home came completely furnished, including an outside storm shelter. Habitat for Humanity has built over 60 homes for tornado survivors since last year's deadly tornadoes.
Two local radio stations changed their identities today to support a young boy who hopes to soon restore his hearing.
That's right. 94.1 ZBQ and 98.1 TXT teamed up to help raise money for 3-year-old Gray Mayfield. Gray cannot hear, speak, or balance. His doctors have suggested a procedure that could restore his hearing, but it will cost his family $100,000. Radio personality Wild Bill says Gray inspired him to do something he's never done before.
This was just kind of a unique story. And so he's a friend of the radio stations too. You know, we'll see him up here in the hallways sometimes, kind of bouncing around. So it really struck home whenever we see him bouncing around in the hallways, and we're like, we got to do something for this kid.
And you can make a donation to Gray and his family at their website, Sounds for Gray. And for a shortcut, just go to our website. That, of course, is WVUATV.com. Click on numbers and links. Now, still to come here on WVUA.